Hello everyone, welcome back to the temporarily final episode of Geb Solo. Now this is the temporary final episode because at some point, sorry, I was distracted by the chat. At some point, Geb will be adjusted drastically, or the meta will change drastically, or the map will change. Something will change that will require me to come back to the Geb Solo and talk about it again with some new factoids or what have you. So this is the temporary end of the series. With that being said, the first thing we're going to examine here as a Geb Solo is who will we need to really be paying attention to on our team in the late game. Because you are Geb. Even if you're a solo Geb, you still are Geb. You still have that shield that you will be wanting to utilize for your allies. And right away we identify two teammates who are going to have potential need for shields. Thanatos, who does not have an escape beyond his ult, which obviously ideally would not be used to escape death. And Ares, who, while being a tank, is going to be getting in some sticky situations and might occasionally require a shield. Poseidon, same deal. Serket is the only one here that really I don't see necessarily needing to have a... is the only one that I could not necessarily see needing a whole lot of shields. Obviously, the potential still exists, but not necessarily as often as basically the rest of the team. So this is a fairly good team composition for Geb because we're going to be able to really help out anyways. Now, we're going to look at the enemy team, and right away, probably Mulan is going to be our landing opponent. Not guaranteed, so we're not going to necessarily make that assumption, but it's a pretty good bet. So, let's see. Now, in the first episode, I assumed who the landing opponent would be. The previous episode, I did not. There are pros and cons to each type. There's no wrong way, necessarily, between the two to go, although it is riskier to assume what your enemy solo laner is going to be. But it is a worthwhile gamble, because you have to buy Hog, which often can leave you in a very unfortunate position in terms of potions if you aren't really aware of what you're doing or whatever. For example, instead of buying what I have got here, I could have bought the Stage 1 Steel Mail here. I could have bought the, what is that, the Iron Mail? Yeah, I could have bought the Iron Mail and gone with that instead and had some more health, had some more physical protections, and then gotten 2 health potions instead. So it really depends on how you're more comfortable. I didn't want to make the assumption because I've seen Ymir go into solo lane a lot, and it could be a support Mulan. I've seen that before. Or it could be a jungle Mulan and a solo Cleodna, which wouldn't really make a difference in terms of the Iron Mail, obviously. But if that had been, say, an Ao Kuang in jungle, that would have made a difference. So I don't tend to assume what my solo lane is opponent. That came out wrong. What my solo lane is going to be. Gonna put this here just because I'm paranoid of ganks. There hasn't been a whole lot of jungle invades this meta because they made the changes to that, but there we go. And let's see how it is Mulan. All right. I shouldn't have gone so close to her. I didn't need to take that damage. Now, until we get Mystical Mail, we're really not going to be looking to confront her too egregiously here. We're just going to be looking to do whatever. We're going to be playing back. Okay, so she's going to go ahead and do that. That's fine. We're going to play this safe. We're going to go ahead and poke her with the axe here. We're really not going to press this too hard here. Yes, we're losing gold, but until we get Mystical Mail, we really can't fight her mano-a-mano. I don't know where she's gone. But this is actually an interesting opportunity. There she is. Alright. Interesting, she's already going for the poke here. still, we did well enough here. There we go. We're going to back up here. Going to get this poke. Good. Alright, how much is it for the... 24.50. Alright. She's not actually on my mana buff. Okay. Interesting. Where did she go then? We're going to put this down here so we will see next time if she... Well, we'll see if we get attacked by anybody from behind. Did she go back? I think she went back. We're going to go ahead and go for this. I don't want to go for that minion wave. Yeah, she did go back, didn't she? No, she did not. She was going for her own mana. Interesting. Just like that, we could pretty cleanly do that. And there we go, level 5, good. Alright. Hoping Thanatos comes over for a gank. She's gotten very little mana left, so pretty soon we're going to have a good opportunity to actually attack her because she's used a lot of mana. Nope. He's not even remotely interested in ganking her. That's fine. We actually have an interesting opportunity to wave clear here because she is not here. And she's got low mana besides. She'll have some mana when she comes back, obviously, because she's got her mana buff. But there's really not a lot she can do right now. There she is. She's restored most of her mana back from just the mana buff, I assume. Does she have multi-potions? She might have had multi-potions at some point. Does she accidentally use her beads? Alright. That hit me? Alright. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, that's huge for me as Geb. Now, this gives me an opportunity, and I'm not going to want to stay here long because there's a pretty good chance of the enemy jungler. I don't know where the enemy jungler is. So we're going to clear that one wave, and then we're going to get the heck out of here. Because we also now have enough money for Mystical Mail and wards. So now we can be a bit more aggressive here. We can actually fight her pretty decently well at this particular point because she's probably going to get Blackthorn Hammer, which isn't going to do her anything for protections. It'll give her some HP, sure, and some power, sure, but it's not going to withstand the absolute legendary might of Mystical Mail. So at this particular point, we're going to try to keep an eye on where the enemy jungler is. We're going to ward pretty heavily. But that's the one really unfortunate thing about Geb is because of how difficult his early game is, he does rely on his jungler to be paying attention and to enact just one good early gank. That's all it takes for Geb to really start to roll, pun intended, into a really strong solo position. That's all it takes. It's just the one single gank because she's, you know, her Blackthorn, she's building Mystical Mail now. Okay, we have Mirror over here for some weird reason, which was not exactly the gank I was expecting. Not too much of a problem, but not at all what I was expecting. And see, Mulan has this problem where when she uses her hook shot basically on me, she gets within, you know, my shockwave does more damage the closer you are to it. So this is actually a really bad matchup for Mulan, in actual fact. This is a horrific matchup, because by closing that distance for me, she's doing half my job. So at this point, she's basically doomed. I'm not going to go back at this point, because I can probably heal up the rest of the way. I'll probably grab this for the experience, because I don't want to get that close to the tower still. Well, I see Cleodna in mid lane, so that's actually really good. That means I'm actually pretty free to do whatever I want at this point, but again, that's mostly under tower. I'll probably go over and gank mid after I take the totem here. If they need me even. Nah, it doesn't look like they're going to need me. Mulan just respawned. There she is. She come back. And she's just not going to be able to contest me, honestly, at this point. Now, see, that would have been a good hook shot if she'd hit that, because I probably would have taken a tower shot, which wouldn't have been fatal or anything, but it would have put me in a worse position. I'm going to go ahead and start this, but I'm not actually going to finish it, because I want to do this. There we go. And then we'll finish this off, which she won't be able to steal. I'm just going to heal up here. I still have plenty of health. I have plenty of mana. I have no reason to go back at this point. I still could, but I don't have any reason to. She's building incorrectly for some reason. I have no idea why she would want... I mean, I know she's probably going for Mystical Mail, but that doesn't make sense at this point, because I'm not really going to care about Mystical Mail. Not nearly as much as she will, because I have my shield that I can use to help me sustain through. I don't need to do anything here. I don't need to go to mid, because Ymir's not doing anything particularly threatening in mid lane, so... that's not really important. Okay, there's Zeus. There's Mulan, which I don't care about because she's actually not going to do anything meaningful here. Yeah, I mean, she can't beat me now. She's lost the lane. Unless I get ganked by somebody more threatening than the Ymir there, she's lost the lane. I still don't want to mess with Ymir, I'm going to be really honest. It's not a fight I want, particularly. There we go. Oh, that was an accident. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. Okay, she still hasn't been back yet. Where is Ymir? I actually should be going back soon now that my wards are out. Oh, that's just the fire giant appearing. There we go. Actually, this is a really good opportunity to go back. Oh, well, let's clear this wave really quick. Now this is a really good opportunity to go back.
An ally has been slain.
Now, at this point, Breastplate of Valor, wards, and blink. Blink for your ult, obviously. Now, Breastplate of Valor, because obviously I need more physical protections against Mulan. Cooldown reduction is also really big for Geb because his auto attacks are basically worthless. Well, I can't say that really. Late game they are, but right now they're pretty important for him to have. We're just going to gather up the minions here and then kablam. And that was a mistake you've made now. Because now I'm going to stick to you like glue. I'm actually going to hit you with this ult because this is where it's going to do the most damage. Yeah, you want to fight this? Yeah, I didn't think so. Mulan completely abandoned you, didn't she? I can't really chase in there right now. As I've stated before in other episodes of various other series, It's good enough to get them close enough to be... Ooh, hello. Don't know why you thought that was necessarily a good idea, but sure. There we go. Alright, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and grab the totem, and I need to grab my mana buff as well. We're going to do this slowly, and there's two reasons why I want to do this slowly. First, I'm healing up for my chalice, and I don't want to rush myself into some kind of situation where I might need that health. So doing this slowly is the best option here. Second, I get to slowly regenerate my mana as I'm doing that. So I can actually use this, and we're not too far behind in mana. I can roll into my mana buff. Boom. And then, boom. Mulan just reached her lane again. That's fine. We're going to do this Harpy more to assess the situation and have something to do. Left lane is doomed, but I can't get over there in time, obviously. I'm not really sure what Mulan is up to. But I don't much care. It looks like we are looking to pursue a fight in left lane, which is fairly interesting. Hold on, there's actually a really big swarm of enemies right there. Okay, she's returning back there. Alright, it looks like they're giving up on the left lane fight. No, that's actually really bad. Okay, hold on. She's trying to keep me over here. Actually, wait a minute.
They sacrificed their whole self for us. An enemy has been slain.
Still too far over of a fight.
An ally has been slain. Double kill. Exceptional.
You know, I'm going to leave that one alone, actually. I took more damage there than I was expecting. She's got mystical mail, so that helps, but... She's really afraid. Alright. We'll want to go back soon. Not quite yet. I'm going to clear one more wave, I think. That was a waste. I've gotten stronger than I was anticipating. I was too early on this. Alright. Go ahead and wait for this then, because I don't want her stealing this. And then I'm going to go back. Another battle over there in mid. She's insistent on trying to keep me over here, which is smart play. She can have that. At this point, we're going to grab this. We're going to grab a sentry ward. We're going to head to the left. See if we can salvage the situation.
If only they accepted us, we could have saved them.
No, we don't need to surrender. We're ahead. Little do you know, that's not the direction I want to go in. That's all we needed. I can't kill Danzaburou though. Nice. Slow him down actually. The shield was good, the shield was good. Good. Good enough. Come on. Let's tango, Ymir. What do you got, punk? There we go. Clear this out, and then I'm going to head to mid. See if I can get that Zeus killed. I don't think Ares needs me here. No, he doesn't. I mean, Mulan took my right tower. I don't really care. I've already taken hers. That was no longer important. I won't want to lose my next one before she, you know, loses hers, obviously. But the first one was no longer important. Yeah, see, she is pushing this up. I just gotta stop her.
On my way. Attack right lane.
Ha! Really? You're taking the time to go for my blue buff? You've got some audacity, don't you? Oh, you are so doomed. Hello. Bye. Oh, wait, hold on. What's all this? This supports Circuit, right? Oh, wow. That Zeus ult really killed me. I didn't have my full magic protections up yet, which is why. We're going to go for the cloak. We're going to go for Mantle of Discord. Again, this is because the only magic threat on the board right now is Zeus. Ymir isn't going to be doing enough damage with that build to be able to cause any kind of serious threat. And even then, Zeus has Breastplate of Valor, so his damage output is going to be lower. So I already know, just based on this quick glance, or just with this one item, that I'm really not going to need a heavy amount of magic protection. So I want to use a double protection item in this particular context. I usually go for this because, again, if you can eliminate the enemy mage, the magic damage coming at you is very low. You just need your initial magic protections to keep you alive long enough to kill that mage. Again, the only exception to this would be, and I mentioned this in the previous episode, the only exception to this would be in situations where the enemy team has 3 sources of magic damage. Ao Kuang in jungle or a magic ADC are the typical causes of this. Not always, but the typical causes. And in which case you would actually want to build Genji's Guard or something. Maybe a little bit more robust in terms of magic protections. I was going to say, he should still be up. Now, the reason why I didn't head immediately back to mid lane is because as far as I knew, there was just Zeus there. I could be wrong, but I also want to take a moment to put down a sentry ward, and this wave is looking a little dummy thick here, so we want to just go ahead and slim this down. That's fine. Hello. Hi there. Come here, Cleona. Here's Poseidon. That's all I need. I'll get by with little help from my friends. You're not getting away. Oh. Oh, that was dirty. Oh, he just killed her? Oh, holy cow. That was gross. Does that have a slow attached to it? Yeah, you can't get through there because you don't have the health for it. I know that much. That was fantastic. Considering that most of the enemy team is dead, I'm going to go ahead and push up this lane, actually, because my team doesn't need me anywhere else right now. And this is a golden opportunity to go ahead and actually push this up, since, again, A, my team doesn't need me, and B, most of the enemy is dead. C, I can clear waves really effectively now, since I have Mystical Mail. That'll be about all I'll need to do here, honestly. Looks like my teammates are looking to push up the mid tower, so we're going to look at this, take out this area here. Is this up? Yes, it is. Okay, we'll go ahead and take this really quick then. They're not going for the mid tower. All right. I'm glad I stopped then and examined the situation. Did some farming. Level 20 already? Very nice. All right. That's pretty huge. Go over here. Might as well take this too just to deny her. Alright. I thought Cleodna was over here because that sounded a lot like Cleodna's abilities. She's way over there, though. Yeah, don't gank right lane right now. I want Sundering Axe. Get those nice, delicious, that hugely awesome passive going already. Oh, we don't have the full protections that we would want yet, but close enough. That's a shame. Thanatos went in too early, basically. I don't want to go in by myself quite yet. But I see an opportunity to kill Zeus. Mulan's probably going to dive. Yeah. I mean, she thought about it. I probably actually should have shielded him, to be honest. It was a missed opportunity. Okay, Zeus is going back. Are they actually fighting now? I leave and they fight? Alright. Might as well attack from behind then. Look, I'm working on it. Zeus hits like a wet noodle. What the heck? I mean, I forgot that he has the Breastplate of Valor. That was a good play. Oh, nope, this is bad. Bad. Ah, that was a bad attack. We shouldn't have gone in that. No, we don't need to surrender just because you goofed a call. That's not how this works. Alright, so, now that I've thoroughly tongue-lashed the Thanatos, that was a really good ult by Poseidon. I mean, yes, he died, but that's fine. The Mulan's almost dead. That push-up on the left with Cleodna is fascinating. Yeah, that's fine. Temporary setback. We're still in a better off position. What is she building? Oh, she finally has Bulwark of Hope. She's got Pridwin, which I think is overused, honestly. It's not as good as people think it is. I understand what it does. I know, oh, you know, it's wonderful and everything. Very rarely do you see the full damage come out of Pridwin. I mean, you look at the numbers on Pridwin and it sounds impressive, but when it actually apply it in real-life scenarios with, you know, you taking damage from this, that, and the other thing, reducing the damage your shield will be doing, it's really not that impressive. Sure, it applies as slow, but yeah, give me 2 seconds so I can take this mana buff. There we go. I'm on it. Relax. Holy cow. Just save your life real quick there, Thanatos. You're welcome. By the way, why are the tanks the only ones here? Alright, we need to get out of this. Okay.
If only they accepted us, we could have saved them.
I'm gonna die here. Yep, there I go. Good entry by Thanatos. I need to start working on my book. Yeah, that wasn't a great call there. They were all coming back up. I could have said no, I didn't, because I was kind of hoping that we could actually do something, but we didn't have our damage over there. Which is something that I also didn't notice until we'd actually started it, and it was too late. Also, for some reason, the Thanatos was tanking the majority of the fire giant. Well, actually, I know why. The reason is because Thanatos couldn't wait. But there you have it. So, yeah, they're definitely on that. Will they make it in time? Yes, that was good. That was really good. They're still going to get the fire giant, but the attempt was fire. It really was. That was a really strong effort to prevent them from getting it. Ares did the best they could. That was fine. That was, honestly, very good try. I should probably head left and prevent that mess of a fire lane coming down. Especially since here comes the other fire lane. Fire wave, pardon me. I keep calling them lanes for some reason. Alright. I forgot about words. Doesn't matter. Hello. Alright. That's fine. I was gonna say, are you really gonna chase me? Thanatos, what are you doing? That Cleodna. Alright. I don't think this is bad. I don't think this is a good idea, but okay. This is a bad idea.
An ally has been slain.
Wow, surprise. People died.
How for elimination
That was an atrocious call.
exceptional.
That was a terrible call. What am I gonna do? Just leave and see? That's the problem here. That solos and mostly supports, but some, as you can see, sometimes solos. And of course, Circuit was there as our support. Because what is she gonna say? No, we can't say no, because at that point. Is the problem here is Thanatos is making terrible calls and expecting us to be able to miraculously make them work. But the calls are trash. That's an aside that has nothing to do with Geb, but... Not today, Zerg.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright. Get him.
One less opponent
Excellent.
that can stop us.
There you are. Come on, then. Alright, that's fine, that's fine.
Retreat. Attack the gold fury.
Please attack the Gold Fury. There we go. Did we get it?
You have been slain.
I don't think we did.
Double bite deletion. Their rampage won't cease.
Alright.
Only what is necessary.
What are you expecting to do here with this?
An
That was really impressive, actually. I'm gonna be really honest. I did not expect that to work.
Exceptional.
I'm impressed. I mean, the call making is trash, but the Thanatos' gameplay itself is actually really good. At this point, we just want to finish up our Soul Reaver so we can actually do some decent damage here.
Such potential wasted.
And let's just go ahead and stop this little nonsense here. Interesting. Good play. Come here, Ymir. There we go.
Opponent that can stop us.
What are we attacking? Everyone left. Don't mind me, Danzaburo. I'm slightly confused as to what the plan here is. Somebody said attack, but then everyone left, so I don't really know what's going on. I don't want that fight. I know Danzaburo's around somewhere nearby. He could probably rocket me to death. I want to finish my Soul Reaver, since I actually have the money for it now. Yeah. That had not occurred to me for some reason. I forgot to put down my ward. I should have put down my ward. That's on me. Alright, at this point, really I'm just looking to upgrade my relics, so we're just going to do this. We're going to have to defend. It's going to be a pretty ugly defense because we're down 2 Phoenixes, but that's just the way it rolls. Why is Sir Cat over there fighting Ymir? It's not a particularly good idea. Here we go. At least she was able to get out. I think. That remains to be seen, actually.
They sacrificed
Nope.
their
Alright.
whole self for us.
Although,
An enemy has
Poseidon was able to take Cleodna with her, so that's actually a good trade. I just wanted to buy time in the right lane there. That's all I was really doing. Oh, they're going for the left Phoenix. Bold. No, you do not get Thanatos today. Holy cow, you hit like an absolute steam train. No, I didn't need to die there. I didn't want to die there.
damage sustained.
Shoot. Did we do enough to prevent their attack, though? That's the important thing. Also, I did get enough money to actually upgrade my relics, so that's pretty nice. What does Danza have? Just pure penetration. Alright. That makes sense. All we gotta do is keep him out until the Phoenixes come back. Alright. There's one of them. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and defend that. Okay. The middle Phoenix is about to fall again. They're just going to bum rush it. Yeah. Okay. Circuit and who is that? Thanatos are trying to... Alright. Yeah. Well, even though we lost, it was still one of the better examples of Geb Solo gameplay, so I am going to be uploading this. We did lose, and that's mostly due to really bad calls by Thanatos, and the fact that Thanatos and Serket went off on their own to try to take that Phoenix. Now, I'm pretty confident I'll probably want to go back and watch the first couple of minutes, because I remember in the initial chat that two of the people wanted to duo together and the Ares said no, so I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. But either way, I'm not going to let that ruin an excellent example of solo gameplay with Geb. Fell off at the end, but obviously that's because the enemy had really pulled ahead by that point. But yeah, this is one of the better examples that I can offer you of Geb Solo, that you'll hopefully find. I don't know how many other people play Geb Solo. I don't normally. The main problem with Geb, just to summarize this for the end of this the temporary end for this series, the main problem with Geb is his early game in lane is trash. It's one of the worst early games in solo lane I've seen, and that has a large amount to do with the fact that you need Hog to kill the blue buff in time to actually get to the wave at roughly the same time as the enemy does. And that is hugely inhibiting for Geb to have any kind of long-lasting early game. And by long-lasting, I mean him actually being able to sustain long enough to box and fight and everything. He can't box in the first even 3 levels, 4 levels. You really can't box until you're level 5 at least, and you've got Mystical Mail. So it is something of a problem there. You'll notice, even though I kind of was falling off at the end, I still did better than Mulan, which is nice. She had more gold than me, but frankly, that's because by that point they were taking towers and phoenixes left and right. We really stopped taking towers once we got the left tier 2, and then we stopped taking towers after that. Again, mostly due to bad calls, which is fine. But, yeah, Geb can be quite a potent solo lane. Is he ideal in the lane? No. But he can play a much better solo lane than I think a lot of people give him credit for, and that in large part is because people see the shield that he's got as being primarily about aiding allies in a support type way, which is what he's designed to do. But you can use it for yourself and have some excellent boxing matches once you get Mystical Mail. Again, Geb isn't looking to win his solo lane by getting kills and dominating. He gets it by outlasting the enemy. Mystical Mail goes a long way towards that, because while you're shielded, even while you're crowd controlled, while they're popped up, while they're stunned from your ult, you're doing Mystical Mail damage. It's just ticking away. And that's fantastic for giving Geb much more longevity than the enemy does. So that's why pretty much the first 3 items I build here, again, are really typical of what I build, because most solo laners are physical damage. Again, you just want to switch that up a little bit to either Stone of Binding or Void Stone, and then the other one when you're against a magic solo lane, but that's about it. So yeah, this will be added on to when it needs to be. And like, for example, probably usually pretty early at the next season, well, they're pretty early in every season, since they change the items and sometimes the Conquest map, I'll need to update this, but that is a concern for another time. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, please ignore me. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, ideas, suggestions, or requests, please leave them down in the comment section below. And thank you all very much for joining me, and have a great 24 hours.